live on the Syndicate Sports Network. Every Tuesday night, tension ignites. We are PWR. Lights drop down, then the drums start pounding. Crowd gets loud when the name starts sounding. Steel on steel, you can feel that rage. This is war in the ropes, this is center stage. No mercy here, just a fight for the crown. Heroes get up, villains get put down. Every slam's like a thunder strike. Every Tuesday night is a battle for life, with the blood, sweat, fire in the air. You want the truth, you'll find it here. The lights flash red, the fuse is lit. PWR, this is it. We break the chains. Tuesday night tension runs in our veins. On the Syndicate Sports, we light the fuse. We're the real, we're the rage, and we never lose. WR, can you feel that sound? The match shakes hard when we hit the ground. This is war in the square of nation. Pro wrestling reality domination.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Scotty Mac, better known as the leader of the new school, and we are here live because we were in Brooklyn this past week. It's another edition of Your Opinion Doesn't Matter, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited for this one. That's right. We, of course, have our resident panelist. I'm talking about the man, the powerhouse champion. He's made history in his company, and he continues to do it each and every week inside of that ring. But he's going to try to make a little noise today on the show with old Mackie Mac. He is the powerhouse champion. He always delivers, the postman, T Money. What up, T? Wow, that thing looks beautiful right now.
It is.
You shining up?
It smells beautiful. It feels beautiful, man. How you doing, Mac? I'm in such a good mood, man. I ain't even got nothing for you. What's up, bro?
Man, I'm right here. I'm ready for a great another live edition of Your Opinion Doesn't Matter. Now, before we continue, let's bring on our next panelist. He has also made a ton of noise in PWR, a former world champion himself, Postman. Of course, we're talking about the one, the only Puerto Rican Hector. Hector, are you ready to sprinkle a little SAZON on the show today, brother?
Yes, sir. You look great, Mac. I don't know what you've been doing lately, but you look a lot better these days than you have any other time the show's been on. So good on you.
Well, that's what happens when you're the leader of the new school and you manage the greatest sports entertainer in the industry today. Of course, I'm talking about the world champion, Mel Walker. It makes me feel young. It makes me look young, Hector. Try to catch up, man. You know?
Oh, I'm glad he brings such good feelings to you and your body.
What are we smoking on tonight?
Some very nice.
You don't know, do you?
Sativa. So
some purple SAZON.
T-Money, that championship looks amazing, especially around your waist. It looked like an extra add-on of dumpster shit when it was around that previous champion's waist. Thank God that the Powerhouse Championship is getting the class that it deserves around your waist, sir.
I appreciate that. So you know what? We're all in a good mood tonight. Ain't that something?
We're getting along. I have a feeling things are going to change very quick, ladies and gentlemen, because our fourth and final member of the panel tonight is also been recently climbing her way up the top of the mountain known as PWR. She has made a name for herself everywhere, and she's predominantly known as one of the greatest sports entertainers today, currently, ever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her on without any further delay.
I knew it.
Dragon Queen.
I knew it.
Dragon. She's back. It's been a while. It's been a while. Good to see you. Listen, we're all playing nice. Can you play nice with us for now, at least, to start things off?
No.
We're early.
Me play nice? I'll think about it.
Listen, I know all of us are best friends, but we'll try to work together to get through this program. We have a lot of action to cover that took place in Brooklyn. Dragon Queen, thank you for joining us. Let's get right into the action, shall we? Because the announcements are always a very special part of the show for me. You get the meaty meats, get all the good information you need. So let's
Gotta have
start
a-
off first with the announcements this week. The most important thing I need to mention to all of you watching out there is that the fans packed the Barclays Center to witness the greatest champion that PWR has ever, and I mean ever, seen. Of course, I'm talking about the man with no equal, my man, my brother, the PWR World Heavyweight Champion, Mel Walker. Postman, you got something to say, man? You got the look on your face.
I mean, you putting a lot on it. I mean, you see us here? You putting a lot on it.
Yeah. Hector, what did you think about Brooklyn seeming to stand up and sell out the entire arena to see presumably the world champion, Mel Walker?
Well, Brooklyn, just like its champion, is a very uninformed state. Well, part of New York, actually, one of the 5 boroughs. So, damn, this shit's good. But anyway, they have shitty fucking, taste. I didn't even remember that we were there. Well, go ahead.
All right, Dragon Queen, what was your take on? It seems like we saw the banners everywhere on the streets. We saw the posters. We saw everything you could think of with Mel Walker's face and image on it. Brooklyn really stood up for their hometown hero. You didn't seem impressed at all by the look on your face. What are your thoughts?
I'm never impressed. I mean, I walked into one of the hole in the wall. They didn't have my whiskey. They didn't have no Jack. Like, what kind of bullshit is this?
Yeah, they got.
And all they could talk about was Mel Walker. Like,
all they pass around in Brooklyn is Henny and Kratom.
Wow, you would know.
Clearly.
Listen, now, let's not forget about Reggie Walker, the younger brother of Mel Walker, also a hometown hero in his own right. He was in the building, but Reggie was backstage with his tag team partner, Bobby Galileo, as they were both mentioning that they were looking forward to this big tag team match coming up later, featuring the Backwood Boys, the powerhouse champion up there, along with Big Balls, Bubba Killings. Try to say that when you're drinking. They were backstage, really locked in. What is your thoughts on the Black Bloods tag team, Hector's like to call themselves? Bobby Galileo, along with Reggie Walker, the #1 contenders to the tag team championships currently.
Weren't they BLM like a week ago? Anyway.
Oh my God. T Money, what are your thoughts on the Black Bloods?
I ain't thought too much about them. And I don't mean that in no disrespectful way. The only thing I look at is the next. What's next? What's next? So
boy, you are countries. I ain't thought too much about them. Dragon Queen, give us Dragon Queen, give us something great. Black Bloods, Bobby Galileo, is he impressive? Is Reggie Walker impressive to you?
I mean, no disrespect, they're not the Dragon Queen, but I'll have to give it to them.
Oh wow, she is playing nice ball right now. Early, guys, still early. Let's keep it going. As we all know, I put a capital F on that, former world heavyweight champion Big Hurt suffered a mental breakdown. Go figure. After his brutal attack last show on TC Adams, the Redeemer. Hurt's people will not comment currently on exactly what's going on or his status. His return is up in the air. My question to you first, Hector, is what could a possible world champion be going through mentally after you get knocked off the top? You've been there before. How can it affect one if they don't smoke good weed?
Well, you have a nervous breakdown, and then you use all the excuses just to say you're scared of Nappy Boy, because that was supposed to be Nappy Boy's opponent in godforsaken Brooklyn. And, it is what it is. I'm sure Hurt will go and seek therapy and find the right-sized sanitary napkin and be back in no time.
Wow, one of the biggest fans of the North Star, taking some shots there. Dragon Queen, I go to you. Big Hurt seeming to need some time away. Now, we know that you've had your history and your issues, and you know a lot about mental health. You know how this thing can affect one's performance in and out the ring. It's a hard toll on your body as well as the mind. Do you think Hurt just needed some time away to clear his brain?
Honestly, he's been asking for him to fix him. I don't know if there's any way, shape, or form to fix Big Hurt. I think honestly, he's in his dangerous moment. He lost his title. He lost his position. Like,
Yeah, it
there's
might
a
not
lot
be
of
the
things going on in
championship.
that mind in him.
Probably the power, like you said, that's really taking a toll on him. Here's one that I'm really want to talk about. On his way into the arena after parking his Maybach, Mr. SAZON himself, Puerto Rican Hector, was rudely surprised by the punishment mask that he once wore in his tag team hooked on the doorknob of his locker room. He slowly then opened the door, peeking in, and only saw a red candle burning with a red note attached close by. And on the table, it read, "There is no escape from me. You will never be safe." What are your thoughts on this? Let's just go right to the man himself. Hector, you didn't seem so cocky when fans saw this live backstage. Your reaction to the mask, the slow doorknob turn, the long, slow stare inside, making sure nobody was there. We all saw it, Hector. But seriously, we saw you pissing your pants. I'm asking you a serious question. Is the Oracle in your head?
The Oracle doesn't scare me, and I don't fall for his bullshit mind games either. I don't care how
Wow.
deep he makes his voice sound or how intimidating he thinks he is. Come at me. I'm using that old horrible lingo just for you because that's what you deserve, sir.
Dragon Queen, since he's being so disrespectful, I'm counting on you to take it up a notch or down a notch, whatever you choose. Do you think Puerto Rican Hector showed a little vulnerability there? He looked to walk in his locker room a little slow to me. I don't know. He didn't seem too confident. What are you thinking about this whole thing between the Oracle and Hector?
Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't go to the camera and flip him off. I mean, we already know that Mega is a bitch. I mean, he went and paid off Nappy to go and hit me with a damn chair. And just so you know, by the way, I did find some receipts, by the way. I know he paid off Nappy. Nappy might be spinning this whole thing that Mega didn't pay him nothing to come at me, but I know he did.
Postman, T Money, you seem to deliver when it matters the most. I'm asking to deliver on a Tuesday evening with the sun down. The Oracle of Pain, in my opinion, could be or could not be in the head of Hector. What is your thoughts as he holds his head down?
I was getting ready for a match. I just thought somebody was listening to a Beatnut song from back in the day. No one's ready to deal with us. Because I mean, we was in New York, right? Turn it out. That's what I was thinking. So I started listening to that on my phone. In the
You
head of
always
Hector,
rely on
I
you.
doubt it. I won't sit there and say that Hector ain't thought about him, but in his head, like he
Look at the
living
guy.
rent free. Yeah, I doubt it.
All
No.
right, well, there I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, except me, Hector. But meanwhile, as all this was going on, the chairman and the true villain of PWR, Dragon Queen's best friend, was spotted in the locker room as the arena popped with a mix of cheers and boos, as it seems as this legend of the true villain continues to grow in arena as we go from city to city. Um, it's going from more boos to cheers for some odd apparent reason. But anyway, another big injury report to talk about and cover is Aaron King, the only beast that matters, sprained his wrist training in the Performance Center this past week and was advised by doctors and PWR officials to remain off the card. The man formerly known as the Bronx Bomber was supposed to be his opponent, was busy doing interviews all week long. Of course, he's also a New York native and has a lot of people here rooting for him. Shout out to BX. Thoughts on not only the injury, maybe the injury to Aaron King, or the sudden rise of BX, your former opponent, T Money?
You know what? I really wonder what's going on. We talking about the mind of Puerto Rican Hector. What's going on in the mind of BX? And yes, I am only calling him BX because that is not Bronx Bomber as I knew him. And I'm curious because you know what? It's making me wonder. It's making me wonder, does he want this back? It's making me wonder, should I even give him the chance? It's making me wonder because, I mean, he's different. He's different now, but we have to figure out why. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, I'm not concerned. But I know when you take something from a man, he wants it back. And that is why I'm curious, BX. Let's see what you got.
Dragon Queen. Apparently an injury. These things happen. Aaron King wasn't able to make it this week. What do you think about the sudden changes in attitude and demeanor of the man formerly known as the Bronx Bomber?
I mean, I think that's also another one that needs to get fixed on your roster. I mean, T
Fixed?
Money just said
Like a
it.
dog?
I didn't go there. I mean, we got the
Fixed.
Redeemer getting hurt, begging to get fixed. I mean, there's another man that needs to get fixed. He just lost his championship belt. I mean, what's running through his mind? Does he really want to take it back from T Money, or does he is his mind in the right place and time?
Hector, sprinkle some SAZON on BX and the wrist injury of Aaron King.
Well, hey, Aaron King hurt himself working hard, I guess, in the
I
performance
knew
center.
it.
And
Could have resigned.
this has been the week of people, having their own questionable reasons why not to show up. And do I think BX deserves another shot at the Powerhouse Championship? I don't think he's earned it yet. But when he gets it, I'm pretty sure that Team Money will deliver another victory and hold on to the strap regardless. So good on you. And yes, go get fixed so that all this continuous fucking of yourself doesn't include a self-indulged pregnancy.
All right. With that being said, speaking of self-indulged activities, PWR signed a new talent this past week. I think you all will be interested. This superstar goes by the name of Dr. Quinn Vorkian, and she will be making her in-ring debut next week live right here on PWR. The looks on all your faces says it all. I don't need any color commentary from any one of you assholes.
That don't
Let's start
sound
off
sweet.
with the first match of the night. Why don't we? Joe Mega versus Deviant. Now, this is one I was looking forward to for many different reasons. Bear with me. Both superstars were in the ring and ready for action as the bell rang. It was Deviant who came out with the bang, came out fast, hammering forearms to Joe Mega, rattling him initially, I said, he Irish whipped Joe Mega into the ropes, but this backfired as his plan as the Oracle of Pain crushed Deviant with the flying shoulder tackle. We're talking about almost 400 pounds in the air, guys. It kept going from there as Deviant showed signs of a fighting spirit in that entity, but it wasn't going to be his breakout party tonight, ladies and gentlemen. No. Joe Mega eventually set him up with the big boot to the face and then manhandled him with a Mega Drive, ending his night. But Joe Mega just seemed to be warming up as he left the ring quickly, storming away from the referee, trying to grab his hand in a fury as camera showed Hector double checking his security room at this point. I'm going to start with you, Dragon Queen, on this one. Joe Mega, impressive win. We know how you feel about Joe Mega. How do you feel about Deviant? Does he have the tools necessary to be a superstar in PWR? What does he need? Or is this just something that's somewhat of an adventure for a young superstar, and we see many come, many go? Could it be another tale of that saga?
To be honest with you, I have seen Deviant in other places. He's kind of grown on me in a kind of psychotic clown kind of way. I'd like to see more from him as he continues to attempt to rise the ranks of PWR.
Postman, T Money, impressive win by Joe Mega. We know what he's on and who he's looking for. We're not going to keep talking about that because the man is already jittery. What we will talk about is Deviant. Do you see a future here for the young superstar who has potential, but potential only gets us so far? We know this.
I mean, let me get 5 seconds on that other topic. You're talking about Joe Mega living rent free in this man's head. I mean, it looks like if that's the case, they're both even. But Deviant, How far can he go in this company? Too early to tell. Too early to tell. Because, as you said, we seen them come, we see them go. And that's just me being real. I've been around this thing for a long time. Injured, put my body on the line a lot. But I think there is a spot for him should he play his cards right and don't deviate from.
There we go. Preach. Still got the gift of gab. Hector, thoughts? Deviant. Does he deviate enough?
Deviant, like Postman said, it's a little too early to tell.
Don't you have a Spanish word to describe your feeling? A Spanish word to describe your emotion? Maybe.
Yeah. Una desgracia. What a disgrace. Because he should have destroyed Omega in the middle of that fucking ring. But he didn't. And that's fine. But Deviant, you'll live and learn. You keep fighting. Because I'm sorry, unlike in other places, you don't just get handed a spot just because you became a star someplace else.
Wow.
And Blazon.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, after the match, as Deviant was recovering from his Mega Drive, let's just call it, we got our first look at the newly debuting superstar next week, Dr. Quinn Kevorkian, who came out and pointed at the PWR logo right before we went to commercial. We got our first look at Dr. Quinn Kevorkian, and we get our real look this coming week as she steps inside of the ring for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this next matchup featuring an all-time pro in PWR, Chris Lassiter versus another all-time pro in PWR, the Multiverse. But who? As you always never know who. Lassiter, as we know, has accomplished just about everything you can, except the big one that Mel Walker has, of course. Lassiter is a pro in this business. He waited in the ring for his opponent. But who would it be?
Oh, yeah,
we saw rock, paper, scissors from 3 individuals. Those individuals was the African sensation Funke, Singh, the Indian cab driver, and of course, Chirac Cruel, repping the 4 Corner Hustlers from Chicago. Throw up the foe. See if you're gonna do it. Chirac did it again, pulling out the Glock Dookie, and the other 2 foreigners got on their knees and willingly gave in. Now, here's the part, guys, that I gotta really call out, because when Chirac pulled the Glock Dookie out and pointed at the 2 other foreigners, that's when cameras faded to the back to none other than Shooter J. Mr. AK was smoking a cigarette, wearing a t-shirt, an Ice t-shirt, and he exhaled like he just had sex. T-Money, did he get off on seeing the foreigners beg for mercy?
First of all, let me give a shout out to the Glock Dookie. I don't know why that does me good every time I hear that. That Glock Dookie. That joker know what he doing, and he's standing on business. Yeah, he got off on that. Yeah, Shooter got off on that. We know he's your favorite Republican. We know he's your favorite Trump supporter. We know that he got off on that. Probably had a slight orgasm in his pants. Look at
Hector, let me cut him off. Hector, you've taken a long drag on a marijuana stick or a cigarette in the past after, a good boom session. I saw a look in Shooter's eyes that looked sadistic. Did he get off on this?
Probably did, because Shooter just likes seeing minorities in positions of where they're always.
I was going there too. I'm like, yeah, if he did get off on the ice,
you know what MAGA actually
stands for? Do you have anything?
Wait.
Don't go black crowd.
Let me just finish this one.
Let him pull it in. Let him pull it back in.
MAGA for Shooter J stands for Mark and General Asshole. That's what fucking Shooter J is, in my opinion.
I'm surprised he wasn't back there shooting some cans. Some
Dragon
Mexican
Queen, I'm going to ask you to outdo the last comment from Puerto Rican Hector. Shooter maybe a little better, maybe a little closer than we do. My question to you is, you saw him take the long pull and rub his belly. What did you think? The crowd loved it.
I mean, he's my brother from another mother, somewhat dysfunctional. I get it. I know exactly where his mindset is.
It's
Well,
stinky.
that's not my mother. That's his.
Yeah.
He's probably out back looking for a nice shot of Jack while he was sitting there rubbing his belly. So
He was jacking something when he saw that.
Jesus, Chirac Cruel, as you know, put everybody on
Overlock,
their
baby.
knees and they surrendered. That's right. Glock Dookie wins again. Uh, Chirac got in the ring and rushed Lassiter, forcing the official to start the match prematurely. Go figure. Lassiter eventually was able to slow down Cruel with an uppercut or two, and a blue in the face curb stomp followed. It
Blew
shook
it right in the
intentions. It shook intentions badly early, but he rolled out of the ring talking to himself, and then grabbed the Glock Dookie and began swinging it around in Brooklyn, ladies and gentlemen. The fans in the front row ducked like they were doing the wave, and he went into some type of trauma state. He just said, quote me, on phone them, I'm gonna blast all y'all on my dead granny. Now, I don't know what the translation of this is, Money, but you're from an
You
area
know what
where
the fuck
maybe
that means.
you would know what this means. He said, on phone them grave, I'm gonna blast all of y'all on my dead granny. Talk to me about this.
In other words, you remember this song that Drake had with 2 Chainz, No Lie? I am not playing, no lie. Everybody can get this shit right now. Easy.
Hector, have you ever been hit with the Glock Dookie?
No, but I heard him mention the Glock Dookie right before he and Muap went out and took care of FBG Duck.
Wow, he knows about Muap. Wow, the guy knows in Chicago. Wow, he's impressed me today. He really has. Dragon Queen, I'm not going to ask you to know about Chirac or anything, but this whole Glock Dookie phenomenon, I know it's not something you mess with, but you do have the dragon serum that you like to spray in people's face. So it's kind of like an equilibrium in a way, in some type of feng shui. T, healthy? No?
Fuck that. Give me the damn dragon spray. I do not want that Glock Dookie. That's all I know. Just spray
So
me.
you'll take the dragon mist, spray you? Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
me.
I've never
Fuck
heard
that.
anybody ask. I've never heard anybody ask for that. But that's when we saw the referee warning Cruel intentions to put the Glock Dookie down once and for all. He finally did and got back in the ring. Chirac Cruel eventually took control back from Lassiter after nailing him with the Chi-Town stomp and a Glock Dookie bottom. I'm going to let y'all figure that one out. He waited for Lassiter to stand with the music of the longest current. He waited for Lassiter to stand up with the music, hear me out, of the longest current reigning champion in PWR. Of course, I'm talking about the Power Surge champion, Toa the Narcissist, came out to a roar of cheers from the PWR New York faithful as he had a microphone in hand. He said, I don't have the accent down pat, but he said, listen to me closely. You're a disgrace to that ring, said the Narcissist. Lassiter saw Chirac becoming baffled and frustrated with the appearance of Toa. Toa then said, if PWR won't clean this fucking mess up, I will, as he dropped the mic and dashed right for the Glock Dookie, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I said it. The Narcissist went for the Glock Dookie. Toa pulled out a glove. Smart. See, that's when sanitary, he's thinking. He's very cerebral. He put a glove on, and then he grabbed the Glock Dookie and ran off. Chirac couldn't believe he lost his baby mama's half-brother's Glock Dookie. That's what he was worried about, the half-brother. Lassiter waited behind Cruel, but missed with the spinning back fist, which led to a fucking free arm bomb, power bomb from Chirac Cruel. Lassiter got pinned for the 1, the 2, the 3. Chirac Cruel gets the victory, but the problem is he won the match, but he lost the Glock. Dragon Queen, I got to start with you ladies first on this one. The Glock Dookie is missing. The Narcissist has it. What can this mean for the multiverse and the Power Surge champion?
I smell a match coming up. I think those two are going to end up having some issues now that the Glock Dookie is no longer in a power play.
Wow. Hector, you know a lot about this Chiracology. My question to you is, are the guys looking for now, Chirac Crew, is he watching his back for the narcissist, or does he have to worry about the people who want the Glock Dookie back, the rightful owners?
Well, all I know is that if they are in fact going to have a match, as Dragon Queen indicated a second ago, he better go resurrect King Von and T-Roy, because that's the only chance he's ever going to have at getting back at Toa.
Wow.
Don't worry
King
about
Von.
your Glock Dookie. You're going in there with the best champion, well, the longest reigning and my number one. That's why I call him the best champion in the game right now. So good luck to you, Mr. Crew.
T-Buddy, the postman, deliver us from evil.
Y'all are overlooking the fact that there's a Glock Dookie floating around
In the hand of the narcissist.
Controlled by one person. It's not Thor's
I hate
hammer.
when
It's not
Dookie
me
floats.
on it. It's a damn Glock Dookie. Everybody in trouble now. We are screwed. So yeah. I don't know how to explain that. It's a Glock Dookie floating around.
Well, actually,
And
it's not
guess what?
floating around. It's in good hands with the Power Surge champion. I believe he
That's
wants
the
to clean this
problem.
place up.
That's
You
the
think so?
problem with a Glock Dookie. If it's in good hands, you in trouble. If it's in bad hands, you in trouble. It's a Glock Dookie.
Dookie. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's when cameras faded to the back. Backstage, we had PWR announcer Stephanie Corinthos was interviewing the lovely Queen Alexia Payne, and she questioned her status of the health of her husband, Aaron King. As she stated, well, he's feeling much better now. Thanks, Stephanie. But she got cut off right then and there. She couldn't continue. She was cut off rudely, but then he cleaned it up as BX showed up in front and center as the Brooklyn fans popped inside of the arena. You could hear them explode, as he said, very gingerly, not like the old Bronx Bomber, very brash, very loud. He said, sorry, Queen. I mean no disrespect at all. The old person I used to be would have been rude, but honestly, I'm really, truly looking forward to proving to you why I'm one of the biggest superstars in PWR today. The crowd seemed anxious to see the response from Queen, and she said, well, that's great, BX, because you interrupted me, and when she said that, she paused, looked to the left, and fans, listen to me now. We got a brief glimpse of the masked individual that's been terrorizing PWR in the past couple weeks, several weeks, I should say. That's right. Cameras even zoomed in after, but we got a glimpse of the masked man during this interview with the Queen and BX. Fans murmured at the sight of the masked man. Queen said, my husband will be ready for you next week. So if you want to prove something, we can start there, BX. He nodded his head in approval and went off as we went to commercial break. I'm going to start with you, Dragon Queen. You know these two quite well. You've been in the ring with both of them. What do you think about this thing going on between BX and Alexia Payne? Him seeming to want to turn over a new leaf, prove himself to the Queen, who you have, I'm sure, a ton of respect for as well.
I mean, I have a ton of respect for her, but you see, unlike BX, I successfully was able to interrupt her and win my match. Now, BX might have that problem interrupting her because she's probably not going to be in the mood for his antics.
Postman, thoughts on what we're seeing here? First of all, I want to talk to you about the masked man. Who is it?
Why do you think I know? Somebody
Well,
comes down
obviously.
and lost themselves in a match. I don't know. It's just funny to me. I mean, they got the job done, didn't it?
Real funny to you, huh? Okay.
It was funny.
So no thoughts on the masked man?
I mean, he's a masked man. What thoughts am I supposed to have? Is he going to show up in my nightmares and dreams? I don't know. All I know is this is here. I am a Grand Slam champion. And, I mean, he may have had some part of it, but I mean, at the same time, you know, hey, sometimes you got to race.
Puerto Rican Hector.
My question to you is, what happens if it's a female and not a male? How do you know it's a man or a woman?
Exactly. How do you know if he sit down or stand up when he or she pees?
What if he does both?
Off. Oh, listen, we're not.
See, he got to pee right now. It
Nah,
could be him.
What if he's a guy and then he says he identifies that? Never mind. But go ahead.
Wow.
You so sure it's a masked man?
If my opinion matters at all, which it doesn't, I just want to say I like the new BX. I think he is on the right track to rising to the top again, maybe higher than he's ever been. We'll see. It's not up to me.
Shout out,
Postman.
BX. Appreciate that.
Anyways, I'm gonna carry on with the next match of the night, which is, listen, this one could have been a main event on any card, anywhere, anytime, but it was here in PWR, and it wasn't even the main event. These two big time names and egos were finally clashing, arguably both in their primes, which rarely happens in their careers. I was looking forward to it, and I know the fans in Brooklyn were looking forward to it as well. The building absolutely lit up for the entrance of Mr. SAZON, Puerto Rican Hector, who was back to his New York roots on this particular evening. He looked sharp, but he had Joe Mega in the back of his mind going into this one, whether he wants to admit that or not. Then we heard the music of the chairman of PWR, the true villain, Nappy Boy, came out with the chair bitch written on it. I know you're watching, said Nappy. I don't want to say who he's talking
written
to.
on the chair.
He missed you, Scotty.
Play close attention then, bitch, said the true villain, as the mixed reaction from the sold-out Barclays Arena let the fans know this thing was for real. Fans started chanting, Hector, stupid, Nappy sucks. Hector, stupid, Nappy sucks. I kind of agree.
I'm impressed. I'm kind of impressed that the people in Brooklyn can say all those things together.
Listen,
normally they say
it's kind of in the blood.
I love it. When the bell rang,
the only thing they could ever say in succession is, "I'm not guilty. You're locked up." But go ahead.
Yeah.
When the bell rang, the two went right after one another as Nappy went to the body early and Hector landed some knees to the midsection as well. It was a street fight from the beginning between two thugs, and that's a compliment to you, Hector.
I mean, dang, if I hear thug one more time this week.
Well, hey,
I'm sorry.
I'm not a snitch like Young Thug.
Anyways, the ref had his hands more than full with these two. He tried his best to contain them, but time and time again, the two would grapple and not break clean, ripping each other's eyes out, scraping and poking each other in the eye, all kinds of legal moves. Nappy had a big highlight backbreaker that nearly separated Hector's torso from his frame, and I was elated. I almost smoked a cigarette like Shooter J, but I don't smoke.
I mean, damn. That's all I got right now.
Dragon Queen, have you ever been hit in your vertebrae and you felt something pop?
Don't answer that.
That's a trick question.
I have, and then I popped it right back.
Oh! Should I get her out of here, guys?
I
think she earned it. I think she
Dragon
earned a
Queen, what you
timeout.
doing after this?
I think she earned a timeout, didn't she? Goddamn. All right.
Yeah, I told you not to do it, and she did it anyway. Hey.
All right, listen. Oh, Hector fought his way back in this one somehow, even though his torso was separated from his spleen, with a running power slam to knock the wind out of the true villain Nappy Boy. Tough son of a bitch Puerto Ricans, man, I'm telling you. The fight would go on for quite a bit before an eruption, and I mean an eruption from the sold-out Barclays Arena at the sight and the appearance of the one, the only Dragon Queen. She slid in the ring and tore Nappy down with her clothesline and then barraged him with forearms. The fans absolutely loved it. The referee rang the bell and disqualified yours truly, Puerto Rican Hector, you fucking idiot. Hector seemed to be grinning at the sight of an old long-lost buddy. You thought you were in good condition. You thought everything was sweet as she reached out to pick Hector up, getting him to his feet, but she sprayed that dragon serum right into the face of Hector as well. The crowd popped, exploding as the Dragon Queen screamed out. Congratulations on the win. You know, congratulations on the win. Nappy, but you know, listen.
I think this is that part where we let them talk that out. What happened?
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. Hector. Well, first of all, Postman, what did you have to say about this interesting finish to this matchup, where two of our panel members seem to?
I ain't got nothing. This is where I go back to some old school country talk. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, or should I say, spit on. I have no idea what to say. Y'all talk that thing.
All right, I'll start off. Based on the look and expression on your face, Hector, when Dragon Queen stepped in the ring, you felt relieved. You were happy at one point. You almost smiled for a little bit, and then you were surprised with the Dragon Serum. So I ask you, did you for once in your mind trust the Dragon Queen? I mean, you know her reputation, right?
It wasn't about trusting anybody. You know what? If you're going to come out and fuck me out of a victory, at least take me out for dinner first. But you know what? I should have seen this coming, because this is not the first time that a woman has spat mysterious mist in my face. So it's all good. I understand you have a problem with Nappy Boy, but you didn't have to screw me over as well. And then spit on me to add insult to injury. So thank you.
And Dragon Queen.
Thank you. Thank you, T.
As I would like to say it, you already said it best. I don't care who's in the ring with me or not. I don't give a fuck. Actually, you know what? In fact, Booker Man, it has been a very long time since I've been running around, and I have never had a match with Mr. Hector. And we've known each other for a while, so you know what? It'd be the first time in PWR history or ever on any platform that me and Hector will face off one-on-one. So why don't you book it?
Damn. I don't know what to say to that.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't
Whoever's
think bucket books for that. You got to control over that. I ain't got nothing.
Whoever's booking, whoever's out there listening, whoever has some juice out there.
They don't answer me no more.
Hold on. I got them both open. Let me work a little bit. All right, I got them powered up. It takes like 20 seconds for them to warm up. Listen, guys, that was I'm gonna ask this guy. If the powers that be, the bald-headed Temptations lead singer from the OJs, JTO, if the lead singer from the OJs will come out and book one match this year, could it be? Wait, Hector, are you scared? Are you scared to get sprayed again? Because you seem to like the mist in your face. No?
Yeah, well, hey, me and you have something in common. You told me about that when you were in the joint. But regardless, if Dragon Queen wants, for the first time ever, to finally step into the 20 by 20 and get the wrestling lesson that she has worked her whole career to get, then bring it on, baby. Call me Game of Thrones, because I'm about to capture Khaleesi.
Wow. Postman, are you here for it?
Oh, I'm here for it. I'm all the way here for it. We all the way live tonight.
If the bald-headed Billy Goat is listening, can we get it next week? Your boss.
Hey, bro, don't try to throw me in there like that. But all I'm saying is, I don't make the match. I like to see the motherfucker though. I don't make it, but I like to see it.
All right, well, we're putting it out there. I would like to see it too. If you're listening, bald-head Billy Goat, I know you are. I know you're watching live. Make it happen. Puerto Rican Hector versus the Dragon Queen, the first time ever? How does that happen? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about another big match that I was definitely interested in.
I try to stay away from Canadians, that's why.
I'm a tag team fan, matter of fact. This next one.
Wow,
you know, that's not. No,
You know what?
Never
Put
mind.
SAZON on the pole and put the Dragon Venom on the pole and see who get to it first.
that's not the direction we want to go in, guys. I don't think.
I mean,
I don't
you
have a
really
fistful
put
of
somebody's
dollars,
eyes out, but
so I
it's
don't know
gonna be
about a
low.
poll, but okay.
It's all good. I'm sorry. I'm a little jaded. I'm
All
high
right.
on life. Fuck it, I'm wasted.
You're the powerhouse champion. You're loaded. You're rich. You know, you have a lot of money.
Keep
You never
going.
pay me back. You never pay me back that money that I lent you back in the day when we was on the pit stop. You was at the
Because you
bus
never
stop.
paid me back the money that I lent you before that.
Really? You lent me money, Postman? Are you serious right now?
Do we
How
really want to
high
go
are
there?
you? How high are we right now?
Do you really want to go there, Scott? You really want to go there? As many times you tried to have me pinned down by the man and you really want to go there. As many times you tried to blackmail me, you really want to go there. As many times as you tried
All
to
right.
cross, you really
The
want to
next
go
match
there.
of the night features my panel member, the powerhouse champion, the Postman T Money, as the Deadly Alliance, the tag team champions, were set to clash against the Backward Boys in a non-title matchup. Now, this matchup was a non-title matchup, but the Black Bloods were backstage watching this matchup very closely because they were the rightful #1 contenders for the tag team championships. Big Balls Bubba
That's my
and the
boy.
Postman. Their music hit from the window to the wall, and the crowd exploded, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's remember, the Backward Boys together had a deep run in the Lethal Lottery tournament and looked to rekindle that same chemistry they had, many believing at one point that they could be the next tag team champions. As the Backward Boys waited in the ring, the music of the Deadly Alliance hit, and the tag team champions made their way out to an enormous roar of boos. New York needs ice was written on the front of the t-shirt that Shooter J wore. Wow, he's really making his claim tonight.
I told
Except
you.
for Wapo. Now, hear me out. The shirt said, New York needs ice, except for Wapo. I love that. I love that, Shooter.
Typical Republicans. They only fucking defend the freaking brownies that they need. So
Come on, man. The t-shirt from Shooter alerted everyone who the biggest asshole in the building was, and Wapo looked to be trimming down physically, staying in the performance center extra hours, and he seemed to be in the best condition of his career, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. It will be Wapo and the Postman to start things off. The Postman used his agility advantage to try and tire out the larger, more imposing figure that El Wapo was. An arsenal of a drop kick and a spear were unraveled as the Postman got it going early. T, how are you feeling at this point in the match?
Focus. I mean, that's a big some bitch. I was focused.
Bubba tagged in at this point, and Big Balls had the crowd going as he nailed Wapo with the headbutt before bouncing off the ropes, only to be drilled with the shoulder tackle by El Wapo, splitting Big Balls in half. I didn't say that, did I? Fuck. Wapo tagged in Shooter J, who went to work on Bubba Killings. Stomping away, did Shooter J. You stupid redneck son of a bitch, Shooter J said. He picked up Bubba and nailed him with the midnight run. But when Shooter J tried to pin Bubba, the Postman was there to break it up quickly. Shooter J yelled out, "You fucking mailman, go deliver in the hood." The fans booed Shooter J out the building, who tagged in El Wapo at this point. Wow, the heat in this one. Wapo slipped coming inside of the ring, missing his timing a little bit on his step. And the timing for the tag team champions all night seemed to be a little bit off. He was then met by a Minnesota spear from Big Balls Bubba Killings. That's when the Postman flew around the ring, using his speed, yanked Shooter down off the ring apron before dropping him with a bruh kick. The fans were loving it. He rushed back to his corner to tag in and quickly got to the top turnbuckle, where the Postman flew off for a 5-beer splash. I say it again. He flew off for a 5-beer splash, pinning El Wapo for the 1, the 2, the 3, the winners of this matchup, the Backward Boys. listen, the fans erupted as we just saw the tag team champions just get pinned to the ring. 1, 2, 3. But it wasn't for the championship, and everybody knew that. And it wasn't long before the boos took over the arena as the music of the Black Bloods played on the sound system. Reggie Walker and Big Bobby Galileo, and that son of a bitch is big too, came out as Reggie, the hometown phenom, held the microphone. Reggie grabbed the microphone and said, "Brooklyn!" The fans exploded. Yo, 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 I know y'all don't think y'all get to just leapfrog us to the tag team titles like that. So here's what's going to happen, Reggie said. We are going to face y'all next week in that ring. He then passed the mic to Bobby, who seemed like he had something to say, but he only just said, "Yeah, bitches," and dropped the mic. The fans seemed to love it as the Black Bloods made their way to the back. Wow, what do we have here? The Backwood Boys, the Postman teaming up again next week, possibly with Bubba Killings, being challenged to a match. I'm going to ask you live. Do we accept the challenge? Are you scared? Are you drunk? Let's talk about
First of all, I want to know why we got to make phone calls to get Dragon Queen Khaleesi versus Puerto Rican Hector, but they get to walk out and just make a match. But if
The
you
man
want
came
to
out
know,
on the mic. The man grabbed a mic on you. He spit bars. You didn't spit nothing back. What am I supposed to say?
spit bars need to be behind bars. But anyway, if the answer is what you're looking for, do I accept? Yes, on behalf of me and Big Balls Bubba, anytime.
There's a tweet that just came across. They're saying, now I don't know, T. Somebody out there put it out there. Since when does the Postman talk for Big Balls? And that's got to be a Bubba Killings fan.
Bubba is the future, and I got his back, Jack.
Hector, thoughts on this?
This is how he feels. Trust me. We understand. We got that country psychology, telekinetic thing going on.
When he starts doing this is what it happens once or twice a show. We let him calm down. We give him a 10-second. Hector, my question to you is very, very simple. The tag team division is heating up. Do you agree or disagree?
Agree.
Very simple. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for once being a poet and a scholar and an asshole, all in the same breath. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're not having a good night, Hector. I see you're smoking a lot. You got Joe Mega leaving things in your locker room, Dragon Queen spitting in your face, but you're still sprinkling SAZON. From what I hear, you're making a lot of money off endorsements, more than you were with your partner in the tag team. So you should be happy. Don't torment yourself.
I'm very happy, and I'm most happy, and I'll say this about tag teams: if Big Balls Bubba and the Postman defeat the tag team champions, they should automatically get the next title match, because they went out there and they showed El Guapo and Shooter J some SBE, okay, SDE actually, okay, serious democratic energy, and that's why Shooter J got pinned in the ring right there.
I'm glad you clarified that. I was nervous for a second.
Right. You went there too? Yeah.
Yeah. I was nervous.
Sorry. I got it all back.
Yeah. Just a second.
All right. This next matchup.
I'm sorry. Just
let's do this real quick. All right. Here we go. TC Adams, the Redeemer versus motherfucker, the Artist. Wow. Before even getting into this one, when you heard about this matchup, Hector, did you get moist?
No, I didn't get moist, but I did get excited.
Okay.
I know you're not behind bars anymore, so conform to life outside, please. And you know, it's great to see two great talents go out there and tear it up, even if it is for an undeserving crowd of people like the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Postman T Money. Going into this one and on the marquee, you see TC Adams versus motherfucker.
First of all, my ears perk up every time I see TC Adams mentioned on the card. Now, you know I got a long history with Motherfucker as well, who is a very formidable opponent no matter who he faces. So I was looking forward to this. I gotta admit, I was looking forward to this. I can't even be funny. This is what I wanted to sit down and watch.
All right, let's get into it. This one was for the ages, and fans knew it when tickets went on sale. Many have said Fuck It is the future of PWR at one point or another, but the questions of his love of the craft have kind of been the question mark with him. Never of his passion for creativity or being innovative in the ring. And in his career outside of the ring, we definitely know that he's a mega superstar in his own personal career. The only question is, does Fucker really want to be an icon in sports entertainment? Meanwhile, in the past 6 months, there's no question that TC Adams has, as they say, started from the bottom, and now he has become one of the top names in PWR today. The name TC Adams has quickly become universal in all spectrums of entertainment, from TV appearances, Make-A-Wish tributes, the list goes on and on. But does TC have enough star power to defeat one of the biggest mysteries in PWR history? We're about to find out. The music of Motherfucker played, and fans went absolutely crazy to see the polarizing one himself, the artist known as Motherfucker. He dazzled as always with his wardrobe and a custom Ralph Lauren see-through pink flame robe. Yeah, I said it. See-through pink flame robe with pink tights, looking the part, looking slick. The crowd admired the flair Motherfucker, who waited in the ring patiently. What do you guys say about that outfit, T? They was talking about it all over
horsepower.
Twitter.
All this polo on, I got horsepower. Trying to just cost 4,000. Make it rain. I want more showers. Rain.
Hector, do you agree that it's harder for any of us on the panel to outdress Motherfucker?
How? If he borrowed that from you?
Goddamn.
The music of TC Adams played, and the fans stood on their feet. And it seemed every fan in Brooklyn held their hand up. Even fans outside of the Barclays Arena watching on the big screen held their hand up. This guy is special. Finally, he got in the ring. The bell rang, and a sign of respect, shockingly, for Motherfucker, who quickly dapped TC Adams' fist before the match began. I don't know how many times you've seen that. Fucker was using his in-ring experience early on and trying to get in TC's head early by leaving the ring several times, delaying the matchup to start. When I'm ready, ho, he yelled at some fans. He was already playing the psychology game at this point. Fucker finally got in the ring and tripped TC down with a drop toe hold and then slapped him on his back as if one of Adams' little tricks didn't bother him as he was playing mind games early with his opponent. TC grinned at the gamemanship and took it as a challenge. Moments later, he reversed the headlock and gave a belly-to-belly suplex to Motherfucker and then spun around and slapped the chest of Motherfucker when he could have easily went for a pin attempt. You see this back and forth cat and mouse game, Postman, early. What did you think about the psychology war that was going on between these two?
Just like I'm doing now. I couldn't do nothing but smile because I get it. Sometimes it's not the victory. Sometimes it's the psychological. Sometimes it's just getting that edge and letting someone know, especially with someone who's established like Motherfucker, especially with someone who's on the uprise like TC. You got to let other people know, not necessarily the man in the ring. You got to let other people know that, hey, I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for business. And no matter what you throw at me, I got you. So, like I said, he could have went for a pin attempt, but he wanted to make a statement. And that's what PWR is all about.
Hector, I need to ask you this question. Forget about the exciting entrance from TC Adams. At what point in this matchup did you know that this kid had finally arrived?
I knew that he finally arrived when he got that fist bump of respect from somebody that doesn't give out a lot of respectful gestures to their opponents like Motherfucker.
This match was an absolute gem as the two looked destined to be in the ring with one another, both executing high-value maneuvers throughout a very, very entertaining match. At one point, Motherfucker ducked a right hook and countered with a kiss the rings. The impact took TC down, but his momentum rode him towards the ropes. Fucking then Sky from high above with an elbow to the back of Adams. He pinned TC for the 1, the 2, but Adams barely kicked out at that point. TC was in trouble again when he ducked down for a back body drop, but motherfucker laced him with a kick to the face and then a famouser. He pinned fucker again, this time for the 1, the 2, but he got his shoulder up. His fans started chanting, "We believe in TC Adams," as they started holding their hands up. Fucker locked in a headlock, but TC was fighting his way free. The fans started cheering louder and louder, and finally TC pushed fucker towards the ropes, and on his way back, TC leapfrogged him, and then TC perfectly placed a kick to the midsection of motherfucker. Fucker leaned over and TC swung for the fences with the neck breaker. He dropped to a knee and held his hands up as fans popped. Fucker slowly got to his feet as TC finally locked it in. The claw of redemption, and fucker faded away. It was an absolute moment to remember in Barclays Arena as TC got a huge a huge victory over a big-time mega superstar here. Wow, I was impressed with this one. Hector, what were your thoughts on this clean victory, man to man, inside of a PWR ring with TC Adams coming out on top?
A very impressive win. TC Adams did not come to Brooklyn to play any fucking games, and he's trying to show everybody what we're all slowly catching on is that he is a true player, and he is here to stay.
I agree. Postman, T-Money, your thoughts on this victory? I would say this is I don't want to overstate, but this is one of those wins that I think TC is going to circle in the future sometime when he makes a run here for a big time title.
Yeah, definitely. For a one-on-one match, this is one of those that you say, hey, that's that one that made me. Now, I know he's had some major victories before, but going up and matching wit for wit, psychology for psychology, and being able to either outplay, outsmart, or just outdo, that is major because I take nothing away from motherfucker. So that's one of the ones, like you said, you're going to go back and circle that one and be like, I remember that day. That's that day that made me.
I agree. Let's talk about the main event of the night. This is one that everybody was talking about. Two New Yorkers, a bitter rivalry for the past several years. These two have been in the ring many, many times, up and down the road as bitter enemies for the most part. And now it was about to go down again. It's time for the main event of the night. The music of the Cardinal erupted on the sound system as family and close friends of Joker J packed the front row of Barclays Arena after many years in the ring. Let's face it, Joker J is still in the main event scene in Barclays Arena, as all week long he has paid homage to his superb conditioning, the people that he works with behind the scenes. Only a few injuries over many, many years, having very few minor setbacks in a historic career that features a few deep rivalries, including with his opponent tonight, the PWR World Heavyweight Champion, Mel Walker. Joker waited in the ring as he heard the familiar voice of Christopher Wallace on the sound system. Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? And that's what we heard, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the fans popped as the one, the only, Scotty Mack, the leader of the new school, grabbed the microphone and said this: ladies and gentlemen, Brooklyn, stand up for the man with no equal, the undisputed PWR World Heavyweight Champion, the greatest of them all. I'll say it again, the greatest of them all, Mel Walker. The fans exploded with cheers and some boos, but the sound was deafening, Postman and Hector, as the leader of the new school, Scott Mack, made way for the greatest entertainer we've seen in decades. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again because y'all don't feel me. The greatest entertainer that we've seen in the ring in decades was in his hometown of Brooklyn. Mel looked very focused
We
and
get
not
it,
bothered.
motherfucker. Damn, move
Fuck
on.
you. Mel looked very focused and not bothered by the cameras flashing in his first appearance as PWR World Heavyweight Champion. Mel gave the title to me, Scotty Mack, as we just held on to that baby tight. The bell rang and we were off. Joker rushed the champion with 5 or 6 hooks, staggering Walker badly at this point. He then whipped Walker into the ropes, but missed a clothesline. Mel countered with a bicycle kick to the cheek of Joker. Walker then dropped Joker with a suplex and a quick pin attempt, but we only got one. You heard me? I said we only got one. Mel then picked up Joker and raked his eyes. He then bounced off the ropes to connect with a big boot to Joker's face. Mel Walker then drove Joker's face into the turnbuckle, giving him, as they say in New York, the business. It was all Mel Walker early as he leaped from the top turnbuckle and crushed through Joker with a crossbody splash from way high above, giving the fans what they wanted to see. He pinned Joker again for the what? The 2, but the Carnal got his arm up off the canvas in time. Walker immediately locked in a figure 4 leg lock and began yelling at the referee. Ask him, as he applied more pressure. Ask him again. Joker repeated, no, fuck no. He slowly scooted to the ropes as he pulled himself to the outside of the ring, hobbling. That fucking Joker, Jay. Walker looked at Joker on the outside as Mack nodded in the direction of Mel Walker. Mel bounced off the ropes and skied to the outside, but Joker seemed to be playing possum the whole time as he dived to the side, causing Mel tumbling shoulder first into the steel barricade. Fuck. Mack wanted to go after Joker. But the Carnal turned around and started pursuing Scott Mack instead of focusing on his opponent, Mel Walker, which is definitely what Scott Mack wanted him to do. Finally, Joker gave up on chasing Mack, but Walker was already in gear with the drive-by before getting back in the ring, allowing Scott Mack to use his tie to choke out that filthy Puerto Rican, because I can't do the one right here next to us, guys. I started choking the life out of him with the tie, and I got rid of it so the referee couldn't see why Mel Walker distracted, of course. And then I added a few big stomps from my size 12 floor shimes. Yeah, I still wear floor shimes. Fuck y'all. Walker distracted the referee while he tossed Joker in the ring. Mel signaled for the MKO at this point. He reached for the Carnal, who threw a desperation right hook that hit Mel Walker right on the temple. Mel Walker buckled at this point, and Joker saw the opening. He bounced off the ropes, hitting Mel with the spear, and then he signaled for the Joker's wow. But that's when Scott Mack immediately jumped on the ring apron, and Joker this time finally caught Mack with a right cross, dropping me off the apron. That son of a bitch. That's not going to go unanswered, son.
Yeah.
The crowd loved it at this point. Of course they loved it, the idiots. He then nailed Walker with the Joker's wow, pinning him in the middle of the ring for the what? The 2. But Mel Walker kicked out. The PWR World Heavyweight Champion kicked out as the fans started chanting, "This is awesome. This is awesome." But Joker J didn't think it was awesome. He couldn't believe what was happening. He looked around confused, but then he went to the top turnbuckle where he started balancing himself. But good old Scotty Mack grabbed a hold of the left leg of Joker and held on for dear life, not letting go. Finally, Joker was able to kick back off and jump off for a 5-star splash, but Walker had enough time to get his knees up, crushing into the abdomen of the Carnal. Mel got to his feet, signaling for the MKO. Boom! Pinning Joker for the 1, the 2, the 3, the winner of the match, the PWR World Heavyweight Champion, the greatest of them all. The greatest of them all, Mel Walker.
Damn. Have some respect.
Scott Mack dived into the ring and gave Mel his championship, raising the champion's hand. What a classic match that was. But suddenly the lights went out. Suddenly, the lights went out and the fans gasped, not knowing what was coming next. And when the lights came back on seconds later, Mel Walker, our PWR World Heavyweight Champion, was laid out cold with yours truly fumbling out of the ring, trying to escape the ring as fans gasped at the appearance once again in the middle of the ring, this time of the Masked Man. The unknown Masked Man stood over Mel Walker and then bent down to the ring and looked at the PWR World Heavyweight Champion when we went off the air. Hector, I'm going to go to you first. Masked Man, do you have any guesses? I think we know what he's here for now, but my question to you, who is it?
Well, it could be anybody, because if you're not in PWR to be the World Heavyweight Champion, which Mel Walker currently is, then get the hell out. What are you even doing here? So you didn't you know, the pool of suspects, you didn't just decrease it. You actually made it bigger now, because it could be literally anybody.
Postman, T Money, I'm going to go to you briefly. Who is it? Who is
Couldn't
it?
have said it better than that.
Who is it? I'm going to ask you one more time. I feel like you know who it is.
Couldn't have said it better than that. You got someone who wants to cause chaos, and then you got someone who's looking like their eyes is on the world title. It could be anyone. I have no idea.
Listen,
it could be anyone.
I've already made this message clear personally to the World Heavyweight Champion, but we will, and I mean we will, get to the bottom of this very soon, Mel, and I promise you that. I give you my word. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Scott Mack. That's Puerto Rican Hector, and he's the Postman. Until next week, your opinion doesn't matter. Shit.